There's a limited yield rise potential, very expensive services, especially for mid-sized farmers, and a hidden risk for them, and yield losses, which are connected for the all current means of application, which leads for mid-sized farmers having average profit rates close to zero, and they struggle to survive here. And there are 1 million farmers in US and Canada owning more than half of total cropland. 30,000 of them tried to buy agricultural land but failed, creating 3 billion available buying capacity on the market for the solution, which is easy, efficient, affordable to relieve severe crop protection problems for mid-sized farmers, boost the business of farm of any size. It's great protection and managerial system, 2 meters as a drone, which can process up to 1,200 acres per day with 10 times lower operating costs, without yield loss, saving up to 70% of pesticides easily and safely. And how we do this? We fly 70 miles per hour at 3 feet altitude above the crop, using computer vision based to relative estimation obstacle avoidance, and applying high-quality spraying technology with a full flight cycle automation. Flying from 0 to high speeds as processing the whole field without dead zones, and with very efficient flight cycle, and using 300 feet ahead computer vision, which help us not only avoid obstacles, but also create the very valuable crop height map for precision agriculture. And that's how it looks like. I will try it. Let me skip. Okay.
Prey protection, unmanned aerial system, a new word in agriculture. Farmers have been feeding the world for thousands of years. However, the population is growing fast. By 2050, food production will increase by 50%. Farmers will need to become more productive. Today, traditional crop protection application technologies become obsolete as they are too expensive and cause significant yield losses. That's why we created Prey Protection, the drone for agricultural spraying and plant nutrition. The drone's high operational efficiency allows farmers to reach up to 1,200 acres of coverage per day. Being able to work at a maximum speed of 70 miles per hour, its speed can be adjusted in order to enable precise application where needed. The drone flies steadily at a 1 meter altitude above the crop, addressing the problem of spray drift. Prey Protection Unmanned Aerial System flies in a fully automatic mode. Using an advanced computer vision system, the drone adjusts the height and trajectory of its movement according to the actual terrain and avoids any obstacles in its way. Prey Protection shrinks expenditures up to 1/10 of the cost required for crop dusting via aerial or ground application. It eliminates yield losses, which are inevitable when using planes or field sprayers. Further, by having the drone available 24/7, the owner is not bound by service operator availability in crucial moments. Order the pre-series of Prey Protection Unmanned Aerial System and enjoy the benefits of the most innovative self-driving solution for your field.
Enhancing crop protection is now as easy as pushing a button.
Switch off.
Sorry. Can be done.
Yes. Oh, no, I have several slides more. Just a second. Sorry for that. Okay, thank you. So we created the solution for let farmers save money and earn more on yield loss, application costs, and pesticides. And summarizing, it's a huge amount of money just on cost saving and increasing the yields due to frequent application of the plant nutrients, and it creates for farmer ability to become the very profitable business again, changing the whole landscape in the agriculture. And we are the single solution on the market who provide 500% of return on investment to 2,500% for real farmer, and nobody can do it except us. And we understand how to go to the market from the scratch to eventually very profitable model of crop protection as a service. And in this year we will launch with pilot projects on having 100% in revenue, 50 in MRR, and 4% of conversion. And this year we will end with a wide market launch in Canada and next year in US. And creating, just staying in North America, multi-billion story with the team of 24 people, and including 6 in business team, providing the opportunity to invest 2.5 millions with the return on investment of hundreds in multiplier and possibility to exit in a very profitable and variable and reliable way. Thank you for your attention. Questions are very appreciated.
I guess I'll kick it off. So I saw your picture a couple of months ago. Are you selling? Because that video is from September. Have you sold any? And what's your go-to-market strategy?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, we sell drones. For a moment, we sold 5 drones for North America customers in US and Canada, and we are selling pre-series UAV or pilot project for the first half of 2018. We plan to sell for the pilot projects up to 15 drones. 12 drones are practically booked, and we plan to close deals in the nearest time. And a video indeed is from the, actually it was filmed at summer. Now is whether not allow the creation of the new videos and new action presentation, but our customers buy drones despite they understand, despite it, because they understand this technology really works.
One more question, please. Go ahead.
Thank you. I guess a two-part question. Number one is you mentioned that there's 1 million farmers out there. How much are they spending on average on crop dusting? And then what's the price point of your solution as a differentiator?
Okay, so if you are a medium farmer with 5,000 acres in manage, you pay $50,000 for each application for application services. And if you apply just 3 times, it's $150 per year. If you buy drone for $50,000, you will be paid back in 4 operation days. It's the main advantage that farmer and any customers actually, because for service providers it's create an opportunity for a very profitable business, which we provide on the market. And our goal is to be key technology provider for a moment and sell drones until we penetrate the market at and provide the technology adoption on the overall market for the level when we can switch to the highly profitable crop protection as a service model, when we will not limited for the man factor for scaling due to autonomous fully automated drones and ground station.
Thank you. Thank you. Unfortunately, we will have some more time to ask more questions, but now we need to move forward. And next startup is university, right? Quambio. Okay, Quambio. Quambio. Yeah, I love Quambio.
Thank you.
But even though I love, we get only 5 minutes, okay? And Ona will count.
I wanted to know that in UVC we have such a great synergy of investors in startups that sometimes investors pitch for their portfolio companies.
Yes, I'm working myself off here because I'm actually an investor, But when I promised that I was going to be a value-added investor, I guess that's what it means. So although Vlad couldn't make it, we were at CES. Quambio is actually something quite interesting, possibly for HP. It's ceramic 3D printing. And as we saw in CES, it turned out that there is really there's no company that's doing this. Most of the 3D printing, it's either plastic, polymers, resins, sometimes additive, different types of metals. For some reason, people weren't focusing on ceramics. And Quambio actually went through Techstars Boston. They pivoted a bit. They had first a app that was supposed to do a community where they would help go between different printers and different design software. And what they did was in Odessa, they have a factory that does all-in-one, where you could just draw an idea on the back of a napkin, send a picture to them, they will render it, send you a couple of options, and give you ceramic result, basically. So right now they presented their first, they're also going to do industrial and bioprinting. The bioprinting is going to be quite interesting. They're going to be printing bones for regenerative medicine. So as soon as I saw that, I pounced on it. So this is an example of some of their industrial uses. I actually brought this. This is a, you guys can look at this. This is a turbine blade that was made off of pouring into a ceramic mold that they printed 3 hours after being printed. So this is their factory over in Odessa, where they do everything, and it's full cycle. That's the main point of this, and it's also cheaper than we would call it comparables. But again, their technology is quite advanced. Also, the detail, their printer is doing about 20 microns now. Let me see. And this is the printer that they presented at CES. So this thing is selling for $25,000. And just a similar way to how the business model for regular printers work, the idea of selling this not for 100 or 150,000 like other industrial 3D printers, they're selling it for 25 because they have the binder and the powder, so they're going to be basically selling the ink, which is a good business model. And the bioprinting is actually where I think this goes very far. They need about 2 years R&D on that. But the theory is that you could print a piece of a bone with this tricalcium, I think it's tricalcium nitrate powder instead of the clay. And then if someone gets a part of a bone ripped off in a battlefield, then you could scan the part, sew it in, and the remaining bone will eat away at the calcium portion that was printed and grow back. So that's actually quite amazing technology. And these forms basically for the piece that I showed for aerospace, they're already working with Okerova Prom on that. So yeah, that's about it. And hopefully we sell it to HP for a lot.
Any questions? But please short.
It's
Short question.
very short. So you mentioned the patent pending. So does it mean that you filed the U.S. patents to protect yourself from
Yes.
people cloning this?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. Only U.S. or like also European?
Global. I mean, They're based in the U.S. Like I said, they already went through Techstars Boston accelerator program, and everything's going to be based on U.S. and global patents.
You mentioned that Guangzhou will also be selling ink. I understand there is a control.
Well, the powder.
The powder.
What I meant by the typical printing companies, they sell you a printer pretty cheap, but the ink cartridge is about the same as costs the same as the printer.
This is
so they
this
make
is
money
what makes
off
it
of
sustainable.
Yeah.
But part of it. But how do you control if it's a ceramic powder? How do you control the raw material?
Because it's the key thing is the qualities of the powder. So it's not just basically ceramic powder. It has to be fine enough and a certain kind of qualities to it that allow it to work with this printer and allow it to basically go into the kiln and come out right. So it's some know-how.
So I know the company pretty well, and they have pivoted several times.
Yeah.
When did you invest?
Just 4 months ago, maybe.
Okay, so you presented 3 different businesses that they're in.
Yes.
Which business did you invest in and why?
I invested in the industrial application. I feel that the retail part is what's keeping them afloat just off of the revenue. They're doing about 20K per month consistent revenue now, just off of selling vases, cups, whatever. That's not where the real business, I believe that's like the advertising. The business that I invested in is what I just passed around. I hope I get it back. Oh, there it is.
So aren't you concerned they're unfocused?
No, not really, because I'll explain why. They basically proved themselves off of the first one, where you can actually feel it, you saw it being sold somewhere, and so on and so forth. That was enough to get them across to making the actual printer that they could sell, to honing their skills. And they actually, this last one, I'll let you play with that. It's a new type of powder that they made that allows 3-hour turnaround time between printing the mold and casting a metal piece for production. So that's actually what I invested in, the industrial aspect, because I know that for aerospace, for other engineering stuff, if you could get 3-hour time instead of 3 weeks machining and tooling, that's going to make the money. And the bioprinting is just a free option.
There's already 3D metal. Metal is $1 billion company.
There's 3D metal, but the problem with that is that you do additive, and the old-fashioned companies, especially in aerospace, they want to pour their own thing. So if you print it for them, they're not going to trust the integrity of that part. If you give them a cast that they pour their own alloy into, that's a little bit more of the old-fashioned way. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you a lot. And right now we will try to reach our friends from Ukraine. And they are on Skype. I hope they will see us and we will see them.
On the left.
Yeah, on the left. It's over here.
You don't need Skype with them.
Okay, let's try one more time. Hi, Maxim? Do you hear us? Maxim? Hello, can you share your screen with presentation and you can start. Your 5 minutes will start as soon as you will share your screen. No. Щось скажеш? Yes. Okay. Sorry. Oля will take care of it.
Amazing.
Can you tell him like to try with headphones? But now we will. Next one will be university. You have 5 minutes.
Hello, my name is Kirill, and I'm working on a project at university. This is out-of-home entertainment industry, and actually we started working in the field of virtual reality 3 years ago. We started from making all content, shooting 360 videos, making CGI, CG content, and actually we found that there is a problem on the market because it's hard to monetize.